Welcome back to Bible Boss Quiz. On another episode of Bible Quiz. Don't forget to comment your score at the end of the episode. Good luck. Question 1. What did Jesus do when he saw the widow of Nain? A. He walked past her. B. He had compassion on her. Or C. He asked her to leave. The correct answer is B. He had compassion on her. According to Luke 7 verses 11 to 15, Jesus saw a widow whose only son had died. When he saw her grief, he had compassion on her and told her not to weep. Jesus then touched the funeral bier and commanded the young man to rise. The young man sat up and began speaking. This powerful miracle showed both Jesus' authority over death and his deep compassion for people who were suffering. Question 2. What did Jesus use to heal a blind man in Bethsaida? A. His hands and touch. B. A staff. Or C. A cup of water. The correct answer is A. His hands and touch. According to Mark 8 verses 22 to 25, people brought a blind man to Jesus and asked him to touch him. Jesus took the man outside the village, put his hands on him and asked what he could see. The man's sight was restored gradually and Jesus touched his eyes again until he could see clearly. This is an unusual miracle because the healing happened in stages. Question 3. Did Jesus ever eat with people who were considered sinners? A. No. B. Only religious leaders. Or C. Yes. The correct answer is C. Yes. According to Mark 2 verses 15 to 17, Jesus regularly spent time with people who were considered sinners and outsiders. When religious leaders questioned why he ate with such people, Jesus explained that those who are sick need a physician. His mission was to call sinners to repentance, showing that his ministry was about reaching people who needed God's mercy and forgiveness. Question 4. What did Jesus wash for his disciples? A. Their clothes. B. Their feet. Or C. Their hands. The correct answer is B. Their feet. According to John 13 verses 4 to 15, during the Last Supper, Jesus did something his disciples did not expect. He washed their feet. Foot washing was normally considered a servant's task, yet Jesus willingly humbled himself and served his disciples. He then taught them to follow his example by serving one another with humility and love. Question 5. What did Jesus say about the little children? A. Let them come to me. B. Send them home. Or C. They are too young. The correct answer is A. Let them come to me. According to Mark 10 verse 14, when people brought children to Jesus, the disciples tried to stop them. Jesus was displeased and told them to allow the children to come to him. He then embraced and blessed them. Jesus used the moment to teach that people must receive God's kingdom with the humble and trusting attitude of a child. Hope you having fun. Please don't forget to subscribe and comment your score at the end of the video. Question 6. What did Jesus say to the woman at the well about worship? A. Worship only in Jerusalem. B. Worship only at the temple. Or C. Worship in spirit and truth. The correct answer is C. Worship in spirit and truth. According to John 4 verses 23 to 24, Jesus told the Samaritan woman that the time was coming when true worshippers would worship the Father in spirit and truth. He explained that God is spirit and that worship is not ultimately limited to one physical location. True worship involves sincerity, truth, and a genuine relationship with God. Question 7. What did Jesus do when he saw his disciples struggling on the sea? A. He sent another boat. B. He walked on the water toward them. Or C. He waited until morning. The correct answer is B. He walked on the water toward them. According to Matthew 14 verses 22 to 25, while the disciples were struggling against strong winds and waves, Jesus came toward them by walking on the sea. The disciples were terrified because they thought they were seeing a ghost. Jesus reassured them, saying it was him and telling them not to be afraid. The event demonstrated his authority over nature and strengthened the disciples' understanding of who he was. Question 8. What did Jesus say was more important than gaining the whole world? A. Gaining wisdom, B. Gaining popularity, or C. Saving your soul? The correct answer is C. Saving your soul. According to Mark 8 verse 36, Jesus asked what benefit it would be for someone to gain the whole world but lose their soul. His teaching challenged people to look beyond wealth, success, status, and possessions. According to Jesus, eternal spiritual life is worth far more than anything the world can offer. Question 9. Who helped carry Jesus' cross? A. Simon of Cyrene, B. Peter, or C. John? The correct answer is A. Simon of Cyrene. According to Luke 23 verse 26, as Jesus was being led away to be crucified, the soldiers took Simon of Cyrene and placed the cross on him so that he could carry it behind Jesus. Simon's brief but important appearance is recorded in the Gospels and shows just how physically exhausted Jesus had become after the suffering he endured before the crucifixion. Question 8. What did Jesus say was more important than gaining the whole world? A. Gaining wisdom, B. Gaining popularity, or C. Saving your soul? The correct answer is C. Saving your soul. According to Mark 8 verse 36, Jesus asked what benefit it would be for someone to gain the whole world but lose their soul. His teaching challenged people to look beyond wealth, success, status, and possessions. According to Jesus, eternal spiritual life is worth far more than anything the world can offer.